Welcome back. I am a little bit late and I apologize for that. Sometimes these things take a while to get up to syrup, and I started it just a little bit later than I wanted to, but what can you do? So, how are you guys doing? I know YouTube's been a little bit slow with registering notifications and updating stats. Like, I've got 1 thumbs up, but apparently there's only ghosts here. Oh, okay, we've got Patricia Taylor. Hey, how you doing? Oh, now I got 5 people. So if you watched my last video, sorry, my microphone's upside down there it is, I think. Hey! Hey, Jake. Hey, Melissa and Michael. So my last video I posted this morning, I don't know for how long, like at least for an hour, it showed 0 views. But, hey, Andy, how you doing? Well, you have fun skiing for me because I haven't been skiing in years, and that sounds amazing. Hello from Texas. The temperature today is probably low 40s. It's nice. It is really nice. Hey, from Wisconsin. Hey, it looks like you make maple syrup too, maybe? Hey, David. So is it just you and your daughter that are going skiing, Andy? Utica, Michigan. Sorry, I'll let you guys look at that while I'm talking. A lot of Michigan people today. You guys are all, you guys should all be outside enjoying the nice weather. What are you inside for? How cold is it in Warren? 38 in Dayton. I don't know exactly what temperature it is. I'm just figuring it's in the low 40s because it feels decent. Maybe it's colder. I don't know. Oh, okay. Good for you, Patricia. Hey, it's Dan from New York. Alright, so sorry about the whole light behind me. I tend to forget that. Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Oh, okay. Jonesville, Michigan, cooking maple syrup too. It's a great day to be doing it. Oh, okay. You went with your wife, Kylie, her boyfriend, Kanan, and yourself. Awesome. Sounds like a fun time. Hey, H Turbo. Well, you guys are flying through now. Yeah, it was cold a couple weeks ago here. Hey, Brown Coat. Eric was just home for lunch and he left. Actually, do you guys ever have the sneaking suspicion that somebody secretly is trying to kill you? Let me show you here. Let me just turn this around. So, there's the tractor. There's the bucket right above my door. Yeah. So, lots of safety violations here. The nice sharp blade angled downward. So what was happening was we were having a crosswind blowing in and it was overpowering our fans and pushing all the steam back down. So Eric decided he was going to stick the bucket there and use it as a steam shield. I told him that I could, bye Annie, good to see you. I told him I could make something, but he didn't let me make anything. Oh, let's see. Oh, you gonna fire up the smoker? That sounds good. What are you gonna smoke, Kenny? Hey, Nevada Anderson. And Stephen Lewanski. Man, everybody's doing maple syrup. 2 trees and you have 15 liters of sap. Awesome. Serbia. 57 in Alabama. I know, it sounds a little cold for Alabama to me, but I don't know. What do I know about Alabama? Alright, so I'm wearing my hat. Preventative measures so I don't catch my hair on fire again, because I did the last time I was cooking. It's a little warm in here, but I'd rather not have my hair on fire, so. And I've got my Carhartt coat. This is my old one. It's already got maple syrup burns. Yeah, jackets don't last long when you're doing maple syrup. Oh, beef roast. That sounds good. Late start, but in 3 days you made more than you did last year. Oh, awesome. Yeah, 5 to 10. Wow, everyone's kicking it today for this year. No, this is not the first cook. This is our fourth cook or fourth cook. Our first cook, we were just sweetening up the pans, and I did a video on that I haven't posted and edited yet. We did another cook, then the third cook. I think this is our fourth. I think. All right, hold on. I gotta put some wood in the fire. Give me a second here, because I hear it calming down. Hopefully we'll get to stir up before too long. Yep. That was gonna be a little low. Okay, there it is. How many trees are we tapping? We have tapped 100. I had to have a little restraint on tree tapping because they're literally everywhere. So I didn't want to overload myself because, you know, I could end up cooking every single day, and that's a lot for me. You know, if we had people rotating in and out, it wouldn't be too bad. But when it's just me cooking it and then still having to deal with other farm stuff plus video editing and kids and house, and it'd be like no sleep. So, hey Colin, good to see you. Yes, the sap sucker is working great. We blew the temperature sensor, and ever since we replaced it and put fuses on, it's been pretty good. Yes, Jalen, I told Eric the same thing. He does have the lock on it, but still, I mean, stuff fails. So, yeah, that was not my first choice for a wind diffuser. And if it's still windy when my son comes home, I'm just gonna lower the bucket because I don't want him running around underneath it at all. But more to the point, the bucket probably wouldn't come down on me. It would probably come down on the sugar shack, which would also crush me. So, either way you go, not a good scenario. Hey Garnet, how you doing? Hello from Canada. Wow, started with 150 up to 4,500 now. You guys must be busy. Oh yes. Oh, let's see. Sorry, just trying to go back through some comments here. Okay, so I was hoping that we would get stir up pretty quick here. We're still at 216.8. Hold on, I'm stuck. Actually, that's probably backwards. So just take my word that it's 216.8 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what syrup's going to be today. The last time we cooked, it was at 220.5. I'm going to guess it's going to be 221.5. Typically, I find with sunny days that the syrup temperature is higher. I don't know. Do you guys have the same issue? What are you guys finding for your syrup temperature to be today? Those of you who are cooking. Just out of curiosity. I think all my comments have disappeared. Oh, there it goes. We have a this year. Oh man, I hope you're doing pretty good there, Garnet. I mean, at least you had it before the weather got nice. I mean, you know, take it easy. Nah, I'm not gonna burn my hair off. Hey, Doug. All right, so I was gonna ask you guys, who has seen the news this morning? All right, you guys are gonna have to go look this up later. Don't go right now. Well, I mean, if you go right now, come back. But what is it? The ghost scratched baby, or baby gets scratched by ghosts. Hey, Phil. All right, you guys are gonna have to look this up. It was legit on the news this morning about this baby that had these like big gash marks on its face the next day, and the parents couldn't figure out what had happened. So they had like a little security camera in the baby nursery, and no joke, there's this figure, shadowy figure of a man walking past the crib and bumping into it and walking by. So the parents are like, we're moving out of this house now. You guys will just have to go watch it later, but it was just like crazy. If you have high pressure, your syrup temp will be higher. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, Squared. I mean, that's what I found, at least from our cooking, but I didn't know if anyone else had. What it would look like with a crew cut, man. Yes, DLZF, DZLF. Yeah, I hear that from a lot of people. 4,500 taps, that is a crazy amount. We actually did start this as part of the farm business, but I try to be realistic with what I can handle, and this right now is about as much as I can handle, unless like some of the other chores around the farm get deviated off to other individuals. Oh, yep, that's true, Garnet. Well, you'll probably be feeling like a spring lamb coming up here. Family cat. So, yeah, it is tough keeping up with chores. And Eric's steam bucket is not quite working as well as he'd hoped, because it's still coming out pretty strong right here. Alright, let's see. The temperature is up to 217. I'm going to go ahead and put some wood in. I'm trying to watch my clock, unless you guys want to set a 7-minute timer. There it is. Alright, so the temperature's still going up. Hopefully this won't take too long. I don't want you guys sitting here for an hour waiting for syrup. The temperature always goes down for a little bit after you put wood in. Yeah, it does turn into a full-time job between collection and boiling. A lot of farms will run 24 hours. Thanks, James. How you doing? Waiting to see us. How long does I have to boil? First time I touched you. Oh, I'm sorry, Humorous. I was trying to get it earlier. This is going to take about 8 hours, which is fantastic for us because usually it takes 12. And, yeah, 12 hours cooking that thing is a long day because it's 12 hours plus bottling, plus cleanup. So it's like, I would normally be going to bed at like 2 a.m. in the morning and then having to get up at 5, 6 a.m. the next day to video edit or whatever. So, James, I'm sorry to hear that. Squirrel cage on vent hood. They're actually on fan vent hood. It needs a fan vent hood. Hello from Michigan. More Michiganders. Yeah, the pancakes We had pancakes the other night. At least twice during maple syrup season, I'll make breakfast for dinner, which pretty much is me telling the kids how to do it, and they make it, and then I like bring in some syrup for them. Because like they're teenagers, they can make pancakes or waffles or whatever, or Eric will make them. So, yep, it's firing away. Timer is running. You want to set it again, Doug? I've got 15 on my clock here. Thank you, Colin. Wow, you just boiled the last of your sap last night? Yes, the syrup is available for sale. It's there is a link in the description on this video. I'm not shipping orders out until the middle of April, just to save myself time, because I don't want people getting mad that, you know, someone got their syrup and someone else didn't get it yet, and it's just, I'm just gonna send them all out. Unless you have a rush order that you need it right away, then just put it in the comments on the PayPal thing and I can send it out. But yeah, we are in Michigan, just north of Grand Rapids. Man, sorry guys, I thought this thing was gonna be like, oof, flowing out. What does it taste like? This is a very light, buttery syrup. Ironically enough, the batch that we cooked on Saturday was identical in color to the batch that we cooked the first time around. Thanks, James. Yeah, Harmless Farmer, he's off skiing right now in Colorado. Lucky sucker. So the flavor of this stuff right now, it's all considered light. I've got 2 selections online. It's light or dark. Dark being the more normal stuff. I usually prefer the dark, but I haven't had this year's dark, so I don't really have anything to compare them to. Yes, DZLF. Yeah, we had an issue with the taps pops back out. But yeah. Yes. Oh, you're born and raised in Grand Rapids. Hey, Cushman. Alright, what else was I going to tell you guys? Okay, so one of you guys last time had asked how the syrup sap is transferred. So right up here we have our 275 gallon tank, and this is brought down by the tractor to the woods and is filled from our big steel tank. So then the tractor sets it up here on this pallet racking, which so far has not broke, luckily. And it has a valve right here. And that goes all the way down back there. And comes right down. I'll take this off. I have this sitting here to keep drips off my sap. So then it comes in right here, and you can see it trickling down in. So if I push on this, it'll let more down, or if it comes up, it'll stop it. See? This is a float, so I adjust the sensitivity right here on this nozzle, and there's a little hole on the side that will let liquid into the back flue pans. So as the liquid is cooked down in here, this will automatically sense the level going down, and it will go down with it, which will, if I push down on this, let more sap in. So that's how it works. How much sap did I lose? Well, I was guessing probably $200 worth, because it had been off for quite a while. We don't know exactly how long, because honestly, that wasn't a that we ever thought we needed to double check on, because it was just a line. So, but based on the fact that for so long there wasn't any sap in the tank, we're thinking it was probably at least a solid half tank full. So, yes, we do only 1 tote at a time, because I used to take 12 hours for 1 tote. Now we're down to 8. Technically, if we had more people, we could do 2 totes in one day, but not me. And yeah, my nail polish. My daughter talked me into getting a manicure with her. I literally was petrified having my nails done. It's just nail polish. It's nothing fancy, but like I'm more comfortable skinning roadkill off on the side of the road than I am getting my nails done by somebody in a salon. So yeah, it still like gives me like shivers thinking about it. When is the reverse osmosis coming? If we did one, it probably wouldn't be till next year. We did talk to a guy that was working on one, and we brought him some sap to try it out with, and it just needed a little bit more tweaking. So how much syrup is in each tote? It depends on the sugar content. This sugar content's at 2.0 degrees. So shoot, I think we're thinking like 5.5 to 6 gallons. Thanks, Dan. Reset the timer, I'll put it in. So we're thinking about probably 6 gallons in that tote at 2% sugar. The higher the percentage of sugar, the more syrup you're gonna have in there. Sorry if you guys can't see anything. So it'd be about 5 to 6 gallons in that tote up there. Man, now I gotta find your comments. Oh, there they are. No, I'm not a girly girl. I mean, sometimes, I do, don't get me wrong, I like doing my nails and I like them looking nice, but realistically, it just doesn't work on a farm because it just gets chipped off pretty quick. Like if I'm going to a wedding or a dance or something like that, I'll paint them, but yeah, the whole going to a salon just doesn't seem very pampering to me. Do we chop our own wood or do we buy it? Between the wood, amount of work, it doesn't seem worth it. Bottle 22 gallons of syrup. Wow, that's a lot. Oh, you've got 400 to 500 trees tapped. 3 main pipelines and 50 buckets. Wow. Yeah. I know, Daniel. Arnold from Pompey was talking about a heat recycler system to be able to take the heat inside and recycle it back through the fire again. The other thing you can do, though, is use the steam to heat up your sap. We haven't come up with a system to do that very well yet, but some people do. Oh, shoot. What was I talking about earlier? Okay, do we chop our own wood? Okay. Yes, we do. We have a lot of fallen wood in the backwoods, and especially with the last couple windstorms we had, there's a lot of fresh, dead wood that's standing and that we chop down. I actually have a really crazy video of Eric chopping wood in the backwoods. Yeah. So last year, though, we didn't have enough wood on hand, and we did go buy some. But even when we buy it, we still have to go through and split it down smaller. Because most places are lucky they have wood this size. Usually it's bigger than this. But for me, I prefer to have wood this size. So, and even Eric doesn't like splitting it this tiny. Usually that's me splitting it that tiny. But yeah, I mean, figuratively speaking, in a good season, we have the potential to possibly make about $8,000 off 100 taps. 100 taps. That's if everything goes well and you have a decently high sugar content. Now, there are days where you have a lower sugar content. There's days where obviously your lines detach and it dumps everything into the pond. Yeah. Am I gonna have enough firewood? We have more that has not been split, and Eric says he's gonna come back after work and split it, so we'll see. My voice is not very good. I'm trying to talk loud. I don't have a very loud voice, so I have to like really screech to try to project it, especially with doing video stuff. Hello from Ireland. No possum hat, just Carhartt. How much is maple syrup worth? Well, we sell the pints for $11 and the quarts for $20. Sorry, I was just trying to figure out if the tractor lights were on. So, yeah, we can do the math. There's 8 pints in a gallon, I think. So, hey, from Denmark. Are you guys all up in the middle of the night over there, or are you just like waking up? And I know like one lonely farmer is actually flying back from, I don't even know where he was at. I know he was overseas somewhere, but I don't remember where. Yeah, he's on the airplane right now for 22 hours. That's a long ride. Okay, Kelvin. Eric asked that exact same question, to which I replied. Oh, hold on. We're at 17.9, so I'm gonna have to check this pretty soon. Okay, my theory is that there were Indians, Native Americans, that were out in the forest. They couldn't find any creeks or anything nearby, and they just knew from experience that maple trees leaked liquid. So they thought, okay, we'll chop the tree, get some liquid from it, we'll use that for water, and then maybe we'll cook with it too. And so as they cooked with it, purely on accident, they realized it got sweeter. So they thought, well, hey, this is a good use for it. Why not just do this every year? And that's how it started, in theory. I know, like, the Native Americans out west, they still like to use, I want to say it's agave tea. When I was out there as a teenager, we stayed on a reservation with a family, and they made us this, it was like a sweet tea from some sort of plant. I want to say it was agave plant, but I don't remember. That was like forever ago. Same sort of idea though. Ah, Philippines, yes. He went to the Philippines. Wow, 590 gallons of syrup. That's a lot. All right, I think it's time for me to fill her up full of fire. So if any of you guys are running timers, time to reset them. I have kind of like an internal clock as far as how much time's gone by. Usually it works, but not always. So I saw this steam outside the window, and I like stopped because I thought it was a person walking by. Man, this whole ghost thing is just, yeah, go watch that ghost video. Crazy. Totally crazy. Ooh, it's gonna burn my face. Okay. Now to get it really extra hot. Whew. Not the best idea, but okay. Okay, I think I made it out in one piece. Who brought the marshmallows? I'm not gonna lie, I am like sweating right now. That thing is hot. Hey, tequila. I was just thinking of tequila. You know what? Maple syrup is awesome with tequila. If you guys have maple syrup at home, or if you're ordering it and you want to try something really amazing, okay, I have a little spritzer. So you get a shot of tequila, you add some sparkling water to it, swirl it around, and then you add a shot, not a full shot, but a dollop of maple syrup, swirl it around, a little squeeze of lime, and smash up some mint leaves and put it in, and then you add a healthy splash of apple cider vinegar. Swirl it all up. That's the best stuff ever. Oh, yeah, that's an interesting idea, Brian. I'm sure there's probably a way to do that somehow. To put a sensor in there if the pressure drops. That's a good idea. I'll have to research that. Hi, Helen. I know, I do need a timer out here. I mean, I usually use my phone, but I can't use my phone when I'm live streaming, so... But yeah, a timer would be perfect just to leave out here. Even with those little egg timers. Okay, no, I don't want an egg timer. That would be irritating here. Ding! Interesting, Doug. Best for men, yes. This is my second coat. Actually, I think my butt's on fire. You know what I'm feeling. Yes, I am toasted. So I used to wear snow pants, like regular synthetic material snow pants, doing maple syrup. But the second year we did it, I was leaning in to tend to the syrup, and it melted and caught on fire the entire front of my snow pants. You've never seen a girl stop, drop, and roll so fast. Yeah, it was like they were just like melting, disintegrating. It didn't burn through my pants, luckily, but man, that sucked. Yeah, Alan, as far as some people do use gas, natural gas, diesel, coal, man, I've heard of everything to heat these things. I don't know what is the most cost effective. I guess it just depends on the cost of stuff in your area. Jalen. You know what, Jalen? My neighbor, she's a vet tech for farms, and she does horses on her farm across the street. She does her nails, too, all the time. Yep. And, I had my nails done once with the acrylic gel nails, whatever they are, and I was so horrified because there was so much stuff like getting stuck underneath them, like between the nail, the fake nail and the real nail. It was just like thick in there, and I was just like, this is not gonna fly. Nope. But all right, let me test this syrup quick here. Alright, so we do still have a couple of degrees. It's at least going to be 220.5. So when it gets closer to 220, I'll test it again and see where it's at. H2O track system. Oh, interesting. Well, that's interesting. DZLF. I've never heard of something like that. If you have a link to the place that sells that so that I can look at it further, that would be great. But you'll probably have to put it as a comment on this video when the video reposts on my channel, because I can't click on links in the thing on here, I don't think. How much longer to go? It's tough to say. It really is. Have I ever had black walnut syrup? I have not. We did talk about making it one year because my dad has a whole bunch of maple trees, and but there's a lot more work involved into making a finished product, and we wouldn't want something just for ourselves. We'd actually want something we can sell to professional restaurants, because those are the ones that really are looking for this stuff. But in order to do that, you have to run it through some special filters, and we just didn't really want to monkey with that right now. And I think I need more firewood. I'm gonna try and stay on this a little bit faster. Oh man, my comments disappeared again. One of these days, I will get a new phone. Let's see. If someone is looking to sell syrup, you probably would want to mix birch and maple together. You could probably, I mean, you could sell them individually, or you can mix them, whichever you prefer. You just label it as such, like 50-50 birch maple or 100% birch. You know, there's no law that says it has to be maple syrup. I mean, you can make any kind of syrup out there. Yeah, James, I did hear about that, that the nail polish is made out of toxic stuff that does go into your system. One of my friends was actually, like, talking about that, and I'd never heard that before. Thanks, Dan. Daniel. Okay, Daniel Sweeney. So, I know that a lot of you guys do not realize that I actually grew up across from a very massive cemetery as a child. Like, from the age of 5 all the way until I graduated high school. Yeah, fun times, let me tell you. We had Satanists out there sacrificing on graves. There were, thanks Doug, I just put it in. There were ghost hunters out there. Man, I had the best time with the ghost hunters. It actually happened when we were out visiting my mom and dad one year, and I think it was in the summertime. I happened to see lights flickering in the cemetery, and just being the curious person I was, it was like 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, I'm gonna go check those lights out. So I walked out there very quietly, and you can ask Eric, I'm very good at creeping through areas unnoticed and very stealthy. What's, oh, black walnuts? Yeah, I've heard that it's really good. Hey, Michael. So I was walking around, and sure enough, I came upon them in the cemetery, and they're like, who are you? And I'm like, who are you? And they're like, and I could tell they had like these big boom microphones and this other weird stuff, and they're like, we're just looking for ghosts. We're doing a school project. I'm like, you probably aren't really doing a school project, but whatever. And they're like, who are you? And I'm like, I'm the cemetery caretaker. And they're like, but you're a girl. I'm like, and? You can't beat the working hours? Man, I'm home when the kids are home from school, and I go to work when they're sleeping. They totally like bought the whole thing tooth and nail. But they have proton packs. They have something similar. Yeah, I don't know. They were out there for a while, and I seriously messed with them like hardcore, because I was so easy. It was so easy for me to like sneak up on them and then like disappear really quickly. So they were like looking for me and completely convinced I was a ghost in the cemetery. But anyway, yeah, so that was a real quick synopsis of that story. I do have video footage of it, but you can't really see anything, you can just hear it. Will I ever sell maple syrup on the site? I do, Ron. There is maple syrup for sale on the website, zansfarm.com. There's a link in this description on this video if you check it out. So all of the stuff from this video and the last video and any other future cooks will be up on the website. But it will not ship out until April unless you absolutely need it, in which case just let me know. So let me get some more wood in here quick. Honestly, it's probably because the wood is just a little bit too big. Like, this is like just a tad bit on the big side. And, yeah, that one is too. I like them a little bit smaller when I'm trying to get syrup. But, realistically, this should be higher. How low the wood is. I like the wood stacked all the way up to the firebox. Sorry, syrup box. Yeah. We'll get a couple more so we can stack her full. Alright, so do you guys have any big summertime plans planned out yet? Phew. Problem. Have I ever lit my sleeve on fire? The answer is no. Just my hair and my pants so far. Oh, and my neck. Last week I lit my neck on fire. Like, I had my hair in a ponytail and a giant chunk of coal jumped out and landed right on my neck. So I've got a massive burn. It looks like a hickey, but it's not. I promise you. Yes, the smoke does give it a very pronounced flavor. So far, 99% of the people who've tasted our maple syrup fall in love. Hey, Michael. The 1% of people that don't fall in love are people that already hated maple syrup to begin with and still don't like it, even still after tasting ours. But the majority of the people that don't like maple syrup and taste ours end up buying it and loving it. So, yeah, plastic and Teflon and all sorts of nasty stuff, James, yeah. Oh, my phone is telling me about ready to die. Lovely. Ah, rock crawling, that sounds fun. Trail riding. Glacier National Park. Corey Duval said, can you tap any other trees? Yes, there are lots of other trees you can tap. Birch. I think you can do elm, if I'm not mistaken. The walnuts you can do. Obviously all of the maples, and there might be a couple others. Hey, Oscar. Hey, Kalinda. Shoot, just left. Thanks, Q-Trick. Oh, I'm taking the new pontoon up to Lake Charlevoix. Oscar, I think you're speaking Dutch, but I have no idea, or German. I cannot translate in here at the moment. Oh, there's 57 varieties of trees. Interesting. Oh, it's Dutch. No, I do not understand Dutch. I can kind of recognize a little bit of it. A lot of times on my comments, I can go through and translate it through Google Translate, but I can't really do that during a live stream too well. Alright, good to see you, Mr. Ryder. How do we end the boiling process without burning the last of the sap? Excellent question, Mark. So with this particular system, it does not cook everything out. It's a continuous system. So what it means is when we run out of sap in our tank, we kill the fire, and everything that is in there stays at a 1-inch level. If it goes too low, it will burn the pans. So it will sit there until we're ready to cook again 2 to 3 days later. After we're done for the whole year, that's where it gets dicey, because then we have to cook all of the stuff left in there down. So I think what we're gonna try this year is we are going to, whoa, there goes my door. Maybe it's the ghost. See how nice my car. Whew. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to suck all of the liquid out of this tank, put it in 5-gallon buckets, and then we're going to cork the holes. There are several sets of holes on this evaporator. Now we use these little corks that we bought, and we're going to put one in each of the syrup pans. So one on this side and one on this side. Well, actually maybe we'll just do one cork. And then we're going to fill this part right here full of water, and that's going to connect into a big tank full of water up here. And then these two guys over here are going to have the maple syrup in them. And then we'll keep adding a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more maple sap syrup to it until it condenses down almost to syrup. And then we'll suck it all out. And then we'll run it into a big turkey fryer cooker and finish cooking it down in that. Last year we tried cooking everything down in the turkey fryer, and we burned through 2 propane tanks. So it was like $40 just to cook that down. It was not worth it because it took 2 days. 2 days to cook it. Thank you, Charles. How do we filter the syrup? Well, that's what I was hoping to show you right now, but I might have to do a second live stream in a little bit because my phone is about ready to die and I have to hook a battery pack up to it. But this is our filter / bottler unit. So this is our automatic temperature sensor. Oh shoot, what's it called? Automated draw system is what it's called. So it has a little valve in there. As soon as it hits the right temperature, so here's a thermometer right here. It's connected to this, which is then also connected to this, where I get to program it. So it'll open that up, and I gotta take the lid off, otherwise it'll spill everywhere. And these are my filters. So there is a tray right here underneath all these filters, and it just sets right on the top. And I've got about, I don't know, 12 filters, and it trickles down and it fills the filter, kind of like a coffee filter. But what happens is it's got like a lot of sediments, which is like really, really, really fine sands. So I have to pull filters off one by one as it starts to fill up with sediments, and then it can run through a lot faster. And so this is a water jacketed bottler. So what it does is I can set the temperature. Like right now it's just shy of 200. There's nothing in it right now, it's empty, except for the water around the outside. And then it sits in here until I'm ready to bottle it, and then I just turn my little spigot, and out it comes. So, the nice thing about this setup is that we end up with some amazing crystal clear maple syrup. The only time it doesn't come out crystal clear is if somehow sediment sneaks. Thank you, Dan, I'll add wood. If sediment sneaks behind the filter, like they're not positioned exactly perfect. Thank you, Michael. The other thing that can happen is if you cook it beyond syrup in here and it spits out beyond syrup into there, then it can form sugar crystals. Our batch on Saturday had that happen. Eric was tending it and wasn't quite certain how to handle it when it got above syrup. So I didn't quite get adjusted very well. It's definitely maple syrup. A lot of people will bottle a little bit lower than syrup consistency. We actually sometimes bottle higher. See what we got. Everybody, take it out. Okay. All right. So we got that fire going, rolling hot. So, all right, I am going to have to call it off for a little bit, okay? I will still give you guys a video of it releasing the syrup. It might just be like a 15-minute video or 10-minute video, whatever. I have to get a battery pack on my phone. I don't know, maybe I could just connect the battery pack. Maybe I could run and get it quick. I think I can connect it in. All right, hold on. You guys can watch that real quick. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Alright, I'll get my battery pack. Just hold on. I think it's going to be coming up pretty quick here. We're at 18.8, so hold on. Okay. Man, it is so nice outside, guys. It is just gorgeous. Kind of makes me sad I'm in here cooking. If I didn't have to cook, I would probably be training the horses right now. Yes. Thank you, Philip. I did run. Thanks for the 50th birthday video last April. Really time for another one? What? They're selling brand new 2x6, one of a kind with copper siding. What are you talking about? Okay, I think my comments are all messed up. So yeah, so I gotta get my Palomino trained up because the middle to end of May, I have a horse clinic that he is supposed to be going to. And it's with a world famous horse trainer. So I'm really excited about that, but really kind of nervous because, you know, my horse is not the best behaved. But that's why he's going to the clinic, because it's teaching naughty horses how to behave. But more to the point, it's teaching humans how to understand the naughty horses. And I've had my horse in his program online, and it has been amazing. And the ideas in the training, I find myself using for everything. Like handling, it's stress management is what it is. And those of you who have been on a farm or have kids or a nagging wife know that stress management is key to surviving. So yeah, it's a great program. I'm really kind of trying to implement it with my 5-year-old when he has tantrums, and my daughter when she's trying my last nerve, and Eric when he's upset about something. So yeah, and it's working with my horse. So we'll see how that goes. Can I show the entry of sap and then the path of syrup to done? I did, but I can show you really quick again. My temperature is going nicely. Man, that was quick. I am quick, man. I tried to run from one side of the farm to the other. Okay. Is the sap flowing again? Yeah, it was just frozen. Actually, some of that footage was from like 2 weeks ago. It just you like your syrup thick. Ah, okay, yeah. Yep. Okay, so here's the sap. It comes out of these spigots right there. travel down. This is not working. My phone still isn't liking that it's on the charger. So it travels down there, and then it pops into the float box. You see it trickling on in. And then it goes through the different chambers in there, which I can't show you because it's too steamy. And then eventually it comes out to this pan where it pops out into our bottler. I do have a video planned of how the whole thing operates and showing it empty before it's all steamy. Hey Louie, we're just cooking off some steam here. Do you need to blow off any steam? I got lots of steam for you. No. Why does everyone say meth? Is this what meth labs look like? I have no idea. I've never actually seen a meth lab. This is maple syrup. Alright, so we're at 219.4. So 219.5. I'm going to test the syrup consistency again really quick, just to see where we're at, because my battery is still freaking out despite the fact I am plugged in to internal battery. So let's see what we got here. Yep, it's definitely going to be 220.5. Still isn't quite there. But it will be once I get this in. Okay, so that should get it up pretty quick here. All right, 219.8. I put the wood storage on the wrong side of the cooking house. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. This is how it got set up a long time ago. Yes, the steam is great for a facial, I would agree. And sinus problems. The smoke, not so much. Alright, we're getting there, guys. 219.8. We should be hitting syrup here really soon. It's like a watched pot never boils. You know that whole slang term? Like, legit, when you're trying to get, like, a live stream of maple syrup coming out, it's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Last week, when I was cooking, Eric was sitting here waiting for a draw when it comes off, and nothing was happening, So finally he left to go get a pizza, and I kid you not, the minute he started going down the driveway, this thing went free, and it started spitting syrup out. And it spit syrup out the entire time until he pulled right back in that driveway, and then it instantly turned off. Crazy. Well, yeah, that's really freaking me out. Still waiting. 219.8. Yeah, exactly, Kelvin. Yes, Jeff, solar panels are down. I can charge my phone. I've got like a million plugs floating around here. Then my phone would have to be stationary, and it probably would be actually right over there. That mess of cords right there, that is my charging station. Yeah, it's like a fire trap out here. No kidding. With all the plugs and with the creosote and the chimney and fire. Like spring. Yeah, spring. Yeah, Eric was just mentioning today that normally maple syrup season is really, really rainy. But so far it hasn't been that rainy. Are we getting a better return with the lines? It's really hard to say until the season is done. Because I have to look at how many collections we did and then average how many gallons per tree were collected compared to last year. So I would have to say probably yes. We're getting decent vacuum on our lines. I went back there yesterday and we're getting like 23 inches of pressure, which is really good. Oh, let's see. Do I watch Heartland? I don't remember what Heartland is. We do watch a lot of Netflix just because we don't get any normal TV. Netflix is nice because the schedule is so busy. It is really, really hard to sit down and watch through any sort of TV show unless it's something that you can play on demand. So Netflix really is kind of the only thing we watch. Although I do try to catch The Bachelor on occasion. Usually I watch the first episode and the last 3. That's just how it ends up. So we are at 220.0, which is backwards on my phone. And I think I'll grab some more wood and chuck some more in. Yeah, I know. You guys are tired of waiting too. Believe me, I still have yogurt here that I would really like to eat at some point. And a little bit of a nap that I'd like to catch up on. Like 6-minute naps every 6 minutes. Now we got her going. So now, actually, this is probably the perfect way for you guys to see it because you can actually see the bottler from here. Look at that. The fire extinguisher is called my glove. Oh man, Phil Martin, yes, I know. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, so we are at, well, let's say 220.3. I can probably test it again. It's at 220.1. And I'll see if it's really close. I'll go ahead and call it, and then we'll wait and see for it to pop open. So this is how I test it. This is called a Murphy's Cup, and it's made just by Smoky Lake. This is actually our first Smoky Lake product that we bought, and if you are a small-time bottler, maple producer, I highly recommend this because it's a really simple, no-brainer way of checking your maple syrup consistency. Sorry, I had to check that real quick. So all we do is ladle it in, and the number on the gauge has to match the number on your thermometer. Easy peasy. But I'm going to guess that it's added. It's foaming up pretty good in here. Yep. going to say it's 20.5. Alright, so I switched it to auto, so it's going to open up on its own when it's ready. I'm just going to milk this fire out. It should do a nice long draw. Okay, so temperature went down just a little bit, but I know it's getting close to syrup actually. There. So now we just sit and wait. Like a jack in the box, you don't know when it's gonna go off. I think the first time we used this auto draw, we didn't actually know if it was really gonna open. So we were sitting here like on pins and needles waiting for it, and then it finally went off and we like jumped out of our skin because it scared us. Yeah. But it is nice. It'd probably be a little bit nicer if I didn't have to crack the lid on my bottler, but it's not. None of maple syrup, you can just set it and forget it. You have to constantly monitor it. Eric was watching it on Saturday. We had some people stop by and I was showing him some different things, and Eric watched the maple syrup, and afterwards he's like, I can't do that again. I'm like, why? He's like, it's too nerve-wracking. I'm afraid something's gonna mess up. So, and it is. I mean, it's a fine-tuned system. I think the more professional systems, you probably don't have to baby quite as much. This one you definitely do. If it starts to foam and froth in the back flue pans, I can spread all the way up to the syrup pan and then fry the whole thing. The temperature is not going up at all. What's the deal? That's like stuck at 219. I don't have any comments rolling through. Are you guys still there? Oh, there it goes. Yes, it does check the specific gravity detective. It lists it as bricks, which I don't know what bricks is. It's a measurement of the density or something to that degree. But yes, and you can, with the Murphy's cup, you can check the density at any temperature. So it's really beneficial, really helpful in that regard. My phone is still saying low battery. Do I have Facebook? I do have a Facebook page. The link is on my main channel page. I don't know if I have it listed on my video descriptions or not. I probably should, but yeah. I tend to be on Instagram a little bit more because I have the Instagram app on my phone. My phone does not like a lot of apps, so I can't download a Facebook app. When I get a new phone, I'll probably be on Facebook a lot more and that sort of stuff, but it's just one more thing to have to do. Yes, every 6 minutes I am loading up the wood stove. Yes, Colin, defoamer was used last season. Hey, how you doing, Mark? Haven't seen you in a while. I was just telling Eric about you the other day that I hadn't seen anything out of you in a while. I didn't know if you'd gotten banned again from YouTube. It is kind of funny because sometimes I'll go back through and read old comments and I'll realize that some of you guys do like get erased off YouTube, like full out legit gone. Like some of my like more like happy-go-lucky subscribers are just gone. Like their names are erased, and the only reason I knew they had been there was because I have a comment responding to them. But man, it's kind of, don't know. Ah, thank you, Q-Trick. You're playing Farming Simulator. Yeah, it is nice that it's warm enough for blue jeans. It gets really frustrating walking around the farm in snow pants because it just, you can't I like to run from place to place on the farm. I mean, not long distance. I'm not going to run to the back 40 acres because I'd probably fall over dead. But, you know, I can't run in snow pants very well without, like, getting out of breath tremendously. Hello from Norway. Or are they going to ban you, Ricky Bobby? Yeah, I hear you, Mark. Alright, we're at 220.3. You know what's even more frustrating besides the fact that you guys have been on here for like an hour waiting for this? Is like, we'll get like family or friends stopping by, waiting to see this, and like after an hour it still hasn't gone off and they have to go home. Yeah, that kind of sucks. But, you know, it's the way it is. Super wheelbarrow. Thanks, Pro Game Record. Actually, I was using a big sled to load up with firewood and bring it in. Man, I beat the crap out of that poor sled. We bought a big, I think it's a deer sled for pulling deer out of the woods. Oh, that thing has been just such a blessing. I use it year round for everything. And it's like torn all the heck up now, and I need a new one, but it's not really in season. When is the maple syrup done? The maple syrup will be done at 220.5 degrees. We're at 220.4, so it's really close. And I'm sure it needs some more food. Yeah. See, it's burning the wood a lot faster when it gets closer to syrup. Or maybe I'm just more focused on it and not filling it as often as I should. Look how low this is. That's not healthy. Should have a bigger, fuller stomach than that. Some drunks. When will I drive the tractor? I've been driving the tractor. I drove it for snow plowing in the snow plowing video. And I drove it around, let's see, I drove it the other day doing something. I don't remember what. I gotta scoop out the horse pasture, so I'll drive it for that too. It's a little newer field in there. Who cares? Yes, you actually came just in time because in the next, hopefully, 10 minutes, it should be spitting syrup out. After an hour and 15 minutes. Oh, there you go. Yep, watching videos while you're waiting on stuff. That's how I roll too. If I have service. Alright. 2:10 to go. Man, I need some water. Ah, thanks, Doug. Where do all the ashes go? Wait a minute, my fire produces ashes? I'm joking. Actually, there goes my door. 95% of the ashes actually go up the chimney. Hold on, let me get my door, which flew open. And the rest of the ashes sit down here. We have a fire grate for the wood to sit on, and then we just lift it up and vacuum them out. So then I throw them in the garden. How did our water control ripping work out? Water control ripping work out. Water control. Yeah. Actually, Phil, we did have one that Eric accidentally forked with the tractor, and he has some special, I don't know, They have special plastic stuff at his work for bonding plastic back together, and he put that on there, and it's been fine since. So, I don't think we use it for sap, but we will use it for the animals to transport water around. Yeah. All right, it is 220.5, which is the temperature we set. Hold on. But it won't go up until 220.6, just like an air conditioner or a heater. Oh, here we go. There it goes. Uh oh. Shoot, Eric doesn't even have this open. Ugh. Gosh dang, Eric. Frick. Okay. So, there it is. Whew. Yay, everybody can clap. So, it is coming out. We have a couple different valves here. So, this is the main control valve right here. This is a secondary valve if we need to test it for some reason. And then this is our automated draw valve right there. And right now it's going into the filters. And you can see that it still has a very light golden color to it. I mean, it probably doesn't look very light to you, but it's very light. I won't know until I bottle it up in a glass jar exactly what color it's going to be. So the idea with this, and I had to kind of explain this to Eric, is that the temperature is going to continue to go up. See how now it's 220.7. If it goes up a lot more than that, I have to crack the valve open a lot more to allow more syrup to come out. If this entire thing turns into syrup, it's going to burn like that. And then the whole thing will burn and it will all have to be thrown out. So to prevent that, we have this valve. It's not open all the way. If you open it all of the way, it's going to suck everything out, and then it's going to have to start from scratch all over again. So the idea is that you let it flow nice and slowly out at a consistent rate. And so far, it's staying at 220.7, so I think our valve is open just right. The hard part gets to be, you're so focused on this that you forget to put wood in the stove. See, it's still coming out. It is going down a little bit. Yep, moonshine would be kind of fun too. Alright, I'm going to set you guys up here so that you can watch it kind of flow. I know you can't really see it very good from right here, but I mean, you can kind of see it. Like, right? See that, right? Boop. Okay, I'm going to put more wood in. This puppy going. Still running. Oh, actually it's gonna turn off. See, the temperature's at 220.4. So watch this. It's gonna turn off here in just a second. There it is. So now it's at 220.3. I can actually start bottling anytime because it's already gone through the filters. So after it runs through the filters only come to like right here. The rest of this will sit all right here, and then I will bottle it straight off the tap right here. Do I have goats and chickens and ducks? I just have chickens, and we have dogs and cows and horses. We don't have goats because I don't have any purpose for goats right now. You called it Ricky Bobby. Yes, I do need half the Amazon just to make maple syrup. That is the truth. Actually, we're being cannibals right now because we're actually using maple wood. Well, maple and oak. That's just what happened to be down in the woods back there, so that's what we're using. Zoom in might help. Oh, interesting. You had the auto valve turn on when your lid is on the bottler. Yes, it is set to turn on, but I watch the temperature. If I keep the lid off the bottler, then it cools my filters down, and it makes it harder for it to go through and filter it. So that's why I try to keep the lid on, because this whole unit in here should keep it. It says 190 right now, but I like it closer to 200. So we'll adjust it real quick. This thing's really quirky. It's not the best, but pretty much does a decent job. We are cooking down 275 gallons right here. Oh, signal booster by WeBoost. Okay, is that for cell or is that for just Wi-Fi in general? Yes, you can hear it shut off if you listen hard enough. No, go ahead, Melissa. It was good to see you. Alrighty, guys. Well, I guess that's it for a little while. So, I think I'm going to go eat my yogurt now and maybe take a 6-minute nap. So, hey, at least you guys got to finally see the draw system in action. How many quarts does the heater hold? This holds, I think we're thinking it holds 6 gallons of maple syrup. So, that's pretty good. How much syrup do you make in a year? We were thinking potentially that we could make 100 gallons maple syrup this year, potentially. I'm not sure if we will. We'll have to see. Oh, okay. Yep, another Michigan. Alright, guys. Take care. If you haven't watched this morning's video, go ahead and click back on my channel and watch the video. There might be more live streams. I'm still going to be editing videos, but it's just hard to get them done because I'm so tired. How many trees? This is from 100 trees. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. And don't forget to visit the website if you're interested in buying maple syrup, www.zansfarm.com. The link is in the video description. Take care.